Hey, this is Rick from Outdoor Emergencies at hikingemergencybeacon.com, and today I want to compare the ZOLEO against the Garmin inReach Messenger. But before I do, I just want to say, take a look at the top 11 satellite communicators of 2023. It'll be right here in the video and then in the description below. But wait to the end and I'll tell you a little bit more about it and try to help you decide which satellite communicator is best for you. So let's jump right into it. I'm not going to go into too many details. I'm going to hit the highlights of these things and really just kind of show you what I think what they do well, what they don't do. Is there something that the ZOLEO does that the Garmin inReach Messenger doesn't do, and vice versa? You can see just when I'm looking at the pack here, they're roughly the same size. I'm going to put some information on the screen about this, on the specifications. You'll see information on the size, the weight, the battery. So take a look at that. You can pause right here if you want and get that information. I'll also put links in the description below for you can go right to their websites and then see a little more information on the specifications. Well, let's start with the most important part first, and that's SOS and two-way messaging. They both do that well. These are awesome. The other thing that goes along with that is they both use the Iridium satellite network, and you'll see an image right here about the coverage of that. It's global, pole to pole. There'll also be a link in the description below. So they're both incredible satellite communicators. They're, I would say, equal in how they do that. They both do go from Wi-Fi to cell service to satellite coverage and service seamlessly without you doing anything. But if you're going to be in satellite coverage, you better have a view of the sky. All right, that's what they do well. I would just say if you already have a way to navigate or navigation is not a concern for you, maybe you carry a hard copy of a map, then these are awesome. They give you access to SOS and two-way messaging if you're in a life-threatening situation or you need help. You're not life-threatening, but you need help with some family and friends, or you need to communicate where you're at. Maybe you're out together on an outdoor adventure and you need to say, hey, we're meeting up here to camp at this location. All right, so let's go through. We just talked about SOS and two-way messaging. They're basically equal. I'll have screenshots up of both of these, of how they, the SOS and the two-way messaging. If you want to see SOS tests for the IERCC with the Garmin inReach Messenger, then there'll be a link in the description below, and I did two tests. I did a test with the one in cell service when I talked to them and another one outside cell service when it was just messaging. So that's in the description below. Now the next thing is maps and tracking. So say Topo maps, for example. You cannot see Topo maps on these in one regard. You can't see them at all on the Messenger. You can see them on the ZOLEO, but it's only if you send a location share and a check-in, then you can click on that, and people who you shared it with or yourself, if you're a contact, then you can click on that and you can see it. You can zoom in or out. You can see where you're at. You can't track, but you can then say, well, hey, there's a trail over here, a road over here, a house over here, and it'll help you and you won't be as lost, or maybe not lost at all. So it does have Topo maps on the ZOLEO, but it's not like the Mini 2 or the GPS Map 67i. You cannot navigate on either one of these. Now, what you can do on the Garmin inReach Messenger is you can track back. Now, I've already been tracking. I started tracking on this when I came out to the trailhead. I've been doing videos today. So right here, if I want to track back, let's say I'm lost. I really would like you to see this. I don't know. Let me see if I can take screenshots of this. Let me check this out. Okay, so I can take screenshots, but one thing I messed up when I started this is I actually accidentally turned off the device. So in case you want to know how to take screenshots on the Garmin inReach Messenger, you go into the settings here and you then go into, you arrow over to system, and then you arrow to the left or right, and you go to where it says screenshots, and mine says on. So basically you hold the right arrow button down and it'll take a screenshot, and it'll say it's a screenshot taken, something like that. All right. So when I want to track back, we're going to go out of here, because I was talking about track back before I inadvertently shut my system down, my Garmin down. So right now it's tracking. It shows it has a tracking icon, and now let's go arrow to right or left, either way you want. There's tracking, service plan. We're going to go hit tracking, see what it says. So if we hit tracking, it's sent. It's just saying all points sent. Now, I thought there was a way to track back. Let's see. Yeah, there's a track back. There's also weather on this, but so there's tracking. To the right of tracking is the weather, and then to the right of it is the track back icon. And again, you'll see screenshots of it. So if I hit track back right now, and it says, for your safety, this device records a point every 10 minutes. So I should have put a point right here. This is why it messed up, because I was all over here earlier. So I'm going to hit, well, see what it has more information. Track back takes you back along the path you traveled. So it's not really going to be a good test today. I just want to show you that you can do it. And then it says, note this device must be moving to update heading. Okay, that's good to know. And then the last message is, press OK to select a point for navigation. Okay, I'm going to try that too in a minute, but let's go back here. And we're going to go back, we're going to hit track back. And then it says, okay, so now we're going to hit OK to select a point. And it says today, 8:01, and it's 83 feet away to the north. So this is not a great test, but showing you that it actually does do it. So if I then turn, if I hit OK, follow path, okay. I'm trying to take screenshots for you guys here. Moving for heading, and 82 feet, 81 feet remaining. Let me just turn around here. 83 feet, let me just see, 80. So it's 78 feet, move for heading. So I've got to move here, and it's saying 69 feet. Yeah, now I have an arrow that shows up, and it shows me, now if I start going this way, the arrow should go to the left, and it does, 50 feet. And then said something, what did it do right there? Well, so anyway, I think I hit, yeah, so I had gotten close enough to the point I was there. All right, that's nice. I didn't realize it did that because I'd never tested the track back before on the Garmin inReach Messenger. So this is something that the Messenger does that the ZOLEO does not do. Really nice and handy because, you know, if you're out and you need to track back. Now you can see, like I told you earlier, you can see on the ZOLEO where you're at when you hit the check-in message. You can see the map, and so you can kind of track back that way. But this here, not only, well, you cannot see your map, so that's a negative for this. But then it'll tell you how many feet, and then when you're moving, then it'll point you in that direction. Now, you do have to use your common sense and your eyesight. And you know, maybe there's a river, maybe there's a drop off, you know, an obstacle of some sort, and you have to go around it, so you just can't follow the arrow. But you know, there's some differences right there. Again, you can see the map on the ZOLEO, but you can track back on the Garmin inReach Messenger. Okay, let's talk about weather real quick. They'd use different weather forecasts, and I've already gotten weather from both of these, and I'll show you what it looks like. And then there's going to be images on the screen from the phone. I'm going to show you the phone here in a second and how they use different apps. But I will say from the messaging, and again, I'm going to have them side by side on the screen. You'll see that, but you cannot see the weather from the ZOLEO itself. You can't really do anything on the ZOLEO except do SOS and do a check-in message. Other than that, you have to have Bluetooth and you have to be synced. On the Messenger, you can do some things on it. You can actually see the weather on the Messenger, and then let's do this real quick. I want to show you the weather on this Messenger. So let's go through this real fast. I'm trying not to make this too long of a video. So we're going to go to weather. We're going to select it, and it says press OK to update forecast, and we're going to do that. And then it says select forecast basic, and let's see what else is there. We got basic, and then there's extended, marine plus basic, marine plus extended. All right, this is an important difference because the ZOLEO does not give you marine weather. You can get it on the Messenger. And I'm going to show you what it looks like on the device and then what they both look like when you have the smartphone. All right, so I'm going to hit OK on the extended. So it says get a new forecast. Any application usage charges will apply. Depends on your service, your subscription. I believe though you do get charged for all weather, depending on, no matter what your subscription is. I'm going to have an image real quick on the screen for the subscription plan and what you get for the basic, the freedom, and the expedition. I have the expedition, so I have unlimited tracking, unlimited messaging. So it's requesting an extended forecast. Because I'm outside cell service here, it may take a minute or two. We'll just wait and see. All right, that one beep right there was saying that it sent it, it's requesting this forecast now. All right, now I have the weather forecast. It says on the screen, 0% chance of precipitation at 78 degrees. Winds out of the southwest at 7. Feels like 73. Now I can arrow to the right, and now it's going to give me more information. It's Saturday and Sunday, and it gives me weather, highs and lows, percent chance. There's 30% chance on Sunday. I arrow to the right again, and what it does there is it gives me Monday and Tuesday. And I'm going to hit on one of these in just a second, but I'm going to arrow to the right one more time. And again, Wednesday, Thursday. The extended forecast goes out around 7 days. If you get a basic, I think it's 3 or 4 days. So yeah, every time I went to the right, it goes, now it's going out to Friday and Saturday. You will not get detailed information when you go out to, 5-6 days out. But when you're out, say Monday, Tuesday, let's go, I want to hit OK here, and I want to see if I get more information on one of these days. It says update forecast, so that's not what I want. I was wanting to see if it would actually give me more information, and it doesn't look like it does do that. So yeah, all it wants to do is update forecast or close. So I don't see an hourly, it's not a touch screen, so you can get really good information on this, or at least something. It's not great information, but it's something. But then you can get a lot more information on the smartphone with your app. So let's take a real quick look at that. Let's get this back on my pack. And I don't think I will probably need to update my forecast. I should have it. So in this case, we're going to look at the Messenger app first. The Messenger app, there's an Explorer app and the Messenger app for Garmin. This will not use the Explorer app. I can see it here, but it shows that it's a device that's not supported. So I have to go into the Messenger app. And then I'm going to hit on weather. And it says today, 9 a.m. The forecast, my location updated at 8:20. It's 8:21. So this is correct. I don't need to request another forecast. And I can see I've got not hour by hour, every 2 hours. And then it goes out, well, see, it goes out till Monday at 9. Looks like Monday at 9 a.m. And it gives the wind speed and the direction. And then if I go down to the bottom here, then it goes, well, I can't arrow down, but it says it has today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And let me take some screenshots here for you. It goes out to Saturday. If I click on Saturday, hourly forecasts are not available. If I go back, say, to tomorrow, then I click on it. Now it's giving me the hourly forecast. Let's see if I go out to Tuesday, not available. Monday, I get hourly on Monday. Let's see if we get any other information here. I can change the location of the weather forecast. So I'm really not seeing that I can get any more information than what I'm showing you right here. Now, which one's better? I don't know. We haven't looked at the ZOLEO yet, but let's go take a quick look at the ZOLEO weather forecast. So you're going to go into the ZOLEO app. I'm already in the weather, but I'll jump back out, request new forecast. I do not want to request a new forecast. I've already done this today, because here's the deal on this. When you request like a basic forecast, I don't think costs me any money on the Garmin inReach Messenger, because I have the expedition plan and it costs, basically it's a message while I have unlimited messaging. I don't have unlimited messaging on the ZOLEO, so it would start costing me. Maybe already has started costing me because I've been testing this a lot. So you can see right here, and on the top, it gives information on the precipitation, wind direction, speed, and then it goes out only, what, 4 days? Well, 3 more days. Tomorrow, what's this? Tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So about 4 days here. And then if you go down, then it shows sunrise, sunset, chance of precipitation, and then it also shows that hours from it's up to it starts at 9 a.m. right here. And it shows, again, wind direction, precipitation. It gives you more information. Now, if I arrow to the right, it's at 9 a.m. now, and I arrow to the right, it goes to 3 a.m. So again, I think it's around 20 hours, but there's all your information. If I click on here, there's no other thing that will show. This weather is by Eris Weather, and then I want to say that Garmin inReach Messenger is by Black Sky, something like that, but I'm going to put it on the screen because I think it's a different name. But anyway, you'll see both of that who provides the weather. That's really all there is on the weather. You cannot see a radar image. You can't see where maybe there's a storm and there's a white or part of the storm or the most severe part of the storm. You cannot see that information. But it does give you some good information. It gives you an indication, an idea of what the weather's going to be like. So check that out. It's really helpful on both of those. So what's next to cover? All right, that's pretty much it. It's a recap real fast. These are both great at communication, and they're both go Wi-Fi cell service to satellite service. You can see the topo map on the ZOLEO, but only as in you've got to check in and you can click on it and you can look around. That is helpful. I do like that. You cannot see that on the Messenger, but you can then track back and it gives you the arrow and the distance. So that's actually more helpful in a different way. And so again, they're great at messaging. They are horrible at navigating. They just don't do it. Again, the Messenger will track back. They both have weather forecasts. And then I will add real quick that mostly everything you can do for the ZOLEO, you have to be synced with your phone. On the Messenger, there's a lot of things you can do, and I got to go through this real quick because I need to tell you. There is a difference here. These are all things you can do from the Messenger. You can see information on the screen, the time of day. You can see that it's sending tracks, and I can message. I can actually message on this device. You cannot do this on the ZOLEO, and I didn't say this earlier. I can go through and I can create a message on this device. I can hit reply, and I can create a new message and close, delete, and welcome to see. I can see the messages. This is more powerful in that way. So this will never happen, right? You'll never have technical difficulties. You'll never lose Bluetooth with your device. So it will always work, which is not the case. That's a bold-faced lie. And if something happens between your phone and the device, at least on the Messenger, the Garmin inReach Messenger, you can use this as a standalone device. All right, so let me get out of here. So after messaging, you can track, you can get weather, you can track back. There's a service plan, there's the settings. If I go into settings, again, there's settings on, these are all settings, tracking, sound phone, inReach remote, and all of that. So it's just the nice thing about this inReach Messenger is that in a way it's a standalone device. As long as you don't need to see maps and you don't need to navigate, then it's a pretty decent standalone device, because I'm telling you, being able to track back to safety is important, and you can see how to do it on here. Again, on the ZOLEO, you can see a topo map and you can track back in a different way. All right, I've probably gone longer than I meant to go on this, but there's a lot of commonalities between these two, and the basics of it is they're great communicators. They just don't navigate, and that's okay. You may have other ways to navigate. So I hope you liked this video and you found it informative. If you have any questions, you want advice, offer advice or tips, or you want to correct something I've said, please do leave a comment below. I'm really quick to respond, and I like to communicate with you guys because it helps me create better videos in the future. So, all right, so if I don't hear from you, I did a great job. If I hear back from you, maybe there's something I need to improve on. All right, please like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications so you'll be alerted as soon as I put out new videos. And if you'd like to support Hiking Emergency Beacon, there's a link in the description below. I want to end up with this though. The top 11 satellite communicators of 2023. You'll see that in the description below. Check it out. It'll help you to decide what satellite communicator is best for you if you don't already have one. And I group them and about, maybe it's what's an all-in-one device, what is the best for minimalists, what's best for messaging and SOS, what's the best for if you're ATVs, and off-roading. Do you have dogs and you want to track them? So I group them and I tell you and give you the prices and everything about, what are they good at? And I'll do my best to help direct you to the right satellite communicator for you and not my favorites. So just let me know if you need some help with that. And I appreciate you hanging with me to the end. Thanks for joining me here on Hiking Emergency Beacon. And I will see you back out here in the next video.